coming to you here on a Friday morning, and just wanted to connect with you and share with you one of the techniques or tools that I have personally that has helped me, and then also when I've been able to share with clients, and some of you I've shared this with in session, but has really helped with kind of some overwhelming emotions that come from some of these beliefs, burdened beliefs that we have subconsciously. And it's called the emotional freedom technique. You can see this on YouTube. Nick Ortner is, and I think his wife's name is Julie Ortner. They're big in kind of creating this, or not creating, but a version of this technique that can be really helpful. So if you go on YouTube and look at some of their videos, if you feel like this is something that you want to learn more about. But I'm just going to kind of give a real brief introductory, kind of to serve as a reminder for those that we've already gone over this in session, and then just like I said, an introductory for those who haven't ever heard of it or experienced it. And like I said, it's a technique to help with the subconscious beliefs that we store in our bodies, to kind of be able to give them relief or release them. It has to do with some of the acupressure points on our body, and kind of the meridians. I don't know if you've heard about meridians. I'm not an expert in any way, but just that there are energy lines in our body, and that these acupressure points and kind of the technique that I'm going to show you today help with releasing that energy and kind of letting it flow through your body rather than getting stuck. For me, it also adds a way for me to build compassion for myself and the parts that still have these burdened subconscious beliefs and emotions. Okay, so I'm going to start with just, if you want to follow along with what I'm doing, that's kind of what this video is for. Or if you just want to watch, replay it, and then follow, then that's great too. You can also go on Pinterest. There's tons of kind of charts that tell you more about what these points are that I'm going to be applying pressure to, a little bit of pressure or tapping. So first, what you want to do is you want to come up with a dysfunctional belief or statement that you know that you already have, one that might be causing you emotions that feel difficult or challenging. And I was thinking about, within this pandemic, one of the things that that have come up for me is the even though I feel like I'm not able to cope, or even though I'm not able to do what I wish I could do, or even though I fear the coronavirus, or even though I fear the changes that I'm having to make, even though I'm very uncertain about the future. And so those are examples of these kind of dysfunctional beliefs that cause strong emotions. So I'm just going to use a very simple one, fearing change. Even though I fear change. And then the second part of the statement is, I fully accept and love myself. And so the full statement is, even though I fear change, I fully love and accept myself. And you can deviate, whatever feels more comfortable for you, but just that it has to be the first statement. Part of the statement will be a dysfunctional belief or something that causes challenging emotions. And then the second part is, I fully and completely love myself, or completely love and accept myself. Anything that feels simple. We're going to start out with saying this statement 3 times, and we're doing the karate chop. Before we do that, so it's really important to kind of check in and rate the distress with the emotion, or distress with the belief. So even though I fear change, I'm going to say right now I'm at a 6. 10 would be kind of the most, kind of really being activated by the fear. And then one would be way more peaceful about it and just kind of being able to allow change or not feel fear. So I'm going to say I'm at a 6 right now. And so just kind of jot that down or kind of put that in a place for you to come back to. So with the karate chop, so we're kind of using these places on our hands, and we're going to repeat 3 times. Even though I fear change, I completely love and accept myself. Even though I fear change, I completely love and accept myself. Even though I fear change, I completely love and accept myself. And then I'm going to start with just kind of the top of the back, even though I fear change. And then we're going here to the inside of the eyebrows, even though I fear change. Okay, about 5 to 7 times. And then going to the temple, even though I fear change. And we're going right underneath the eyes right here, even though I fear change. And then some people will do, I learned to kind of apply pressure to both these points, even though I fear change. Some people will go here, even though I fear change, and then here, even though I fear change. And then we're going to go right under the clavicle. There's kind of a meaty place right there, even though I fear change. You're kind of tapping with your fingers. And then about 3 inches underneath your armpit, you're kind of applying pressure with your fingers, even though I fear change. And then we're going to breathe in through our nose. Nice long breath. And then you're going to evaluate, am I still at a 6? I'm thinking that I'm pretty much at a 4. Okay, so that went down a little bit. And we're going to go start over with the top of the head, even though I fear change. I'm going to go inside of the eyebrows, even though I fear change. Temple, even though I fear change. Right here under the eyes, even though I fear change. And I'm going to do this, even though I fear change. Right underneath the clavicle, even though I fear change. 3 inches under the armpit, even though I fear change. And sometimes you'll notice that when you breathe in from the beginning, it's harder. You can notice through your breath if it's starting to get easier to breathe in, that's also an indication that it's going down for you, that the level of distress is going down. So we're going to do it again. I'm going to say I'm down to a 2. And I'm pretty good with the 2 right now, so I'm going to just do it one more time. And so I'm here at the top of the back of the head, even though I fear change. Even though I fear change. Right to the temple, even though I fear change. To the eyes, even though I fear change. Even though I fear change. Underneath the clavicle, even though I fear change. Underneath the armpit, even though I fear change. Okay, so just being mindful of kind of what the level of your distress is, and it doesn't have to do anything, just kind of notice. This is a great way in the moment if you're feeling something very strong to reduce it. It's a great tool that you can take wherever. It sometimes feels a bit weird to be doing it, so I typically do it when no one's watching. I'm a little bit, I don't know, it can feel a little bit weird at first. I'm going to admit that, or that's something that I experienced. But weird is okay when we need help, and I think it's a great thing for kids in our lives too. It gives us a powerful way to provide compassion to ourselves. And just one other thing, the reason why we are noting, we're kind of repeating not the I completely love and accept myself, it's more the dysfunctional belief, because that is even more helpful to get to the subconscious, because it's in the subconscious, right? We're already having that belief somewhere. And so this is, I don't look at this as the only thing to use, but I definitely have used this in conjunction with other things, primarily recently with IFS. I think it's a great way to practice compassion and just really allowing and completely accepting and loving ourselves even through the difficult things that we are feeling, and those difficult dysfunctional beliefs that these kinds of situations can bring up to the forefront. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. Let me know if you have any questions with that, or if you need any guidance.